Hi there, comic book friends. I'm Travis, and it's time for another edition of What the Fugue, where I talk about what's going on with me in my world of comics. This is my ECCC Emerald City Comic Con video number 3. This is my back issue haul. It's going to be exclusively Brave and the Bold. So if you are not interested in Brave and the Bold comics, you can turn the video off now and go find something else to do, because that would be awesome. Anyway, these are the books I picked up from Emerald City Comic Con. All Brave and the Bold. I believe when I counted, 54 issues is what I picked up over a couple of days. Most of these are in well-loved condition. Sexy condition, as Mr. DaCosta calls them. And with this collection, it puts me up at about 115 issues of Brave and the Bold. The original volume of Brave and the Bold is 200 issues, so more than halfway there. And I have almost all of the superhero ones, I believe. I need to go back, because you get around issue 47, and then Brave and the Bold is more like it's strange sports stories. I actually own a couple of those issues, and they're all strange sports stories. I mean, I actually, to tell you the truth, I guess I haven't really gone back and looked for sure to see exactly what they all are, but I believe that they're kind of a weird kind of a comic like that before they took on this whole team up hero kind of thing. Anyway, so first one that I've got here is issue 64 of Brave and the Bold. This is Batman versus Eclipso. Eclipso, who is, of course, a hero and a villain all in one. I actually really like Eclipso. He's a favorite villain of mine. This issue in particular, I haven't read most of these back issues yet, but I did read this one. It is ridiculous. Got the old Comics Code Authority here. You'd think that would stop them from writing some of the stuff that they wrote. So basically, the plot in this one is Batman runs into an old flame, Marcia Monroe, who he first meets when he spanked her as an adult for walking on a high catwalk and scaring the police. It was the spanking and the public humiliation making it in the paper that made her basically fall in love with Batman, because she's the one person that she could look up to was Batman, right? Yeah, okay. Any rate, ridiculous. So Bob Haney is already writing the Brave and the Bold at this point, and you'll see him basically doing the lion's share of the writing on almost all of these books. I'm not sure who that cover artist is. Winslow Mortimer, that would be my guess. I know that he's the interior artist, but anyway. And I better not talk about all these comics too much, right? Or otherwise we'll never get to this video. So, next up we have issue number 67 with the Flash there. This is the first time together. And of course the Flash is falling apart. And of course, because it's a Flash comic, guess who's doing the art on it? Of course, it's Carmine Infantino is doing the art. He does the interiors and he does the cover of this one. Bob Haney's still writing it, and you'll see almost anything that has during this era. This is Silver Age. This is 1966, I believe. The other one was 1965. Anytime the Flash is around, it's almost always an Infantino cover, I believe. Next up, we have number 68 with Metamorpho. I like Metamorpho. He's just fairly often in these, it seems like. Maybe because they didn't have anything else to do with the character, I don't know. But yeah, this is the Bat Hulk. Basically gets turned into a hulking form who has no detective smarts. He's just simply a lumbering Hulk. Good at fighting but nothing else. And the Rogues Gallery, they're all laughing because they think it's pretty funny. And then, actually, really pretty good condition. One rounded corner over here. A little bit of wear, but for a purple cover. Yeah. This is issue number 70. I think it's Hawkman. That's an Infantino cover also. He doesn't do the interiors, though. And then we have issue number 72. 1967 now. Larry Infantino. See his signature right there. Like I said, anytime it has to do with the Flash. And this one doesn't have Batman in it. Spectre and the Flash. I'm looking forward to reading that one because I haven't read it yet. And then another odd one. And this one's actually in really good shape for its age, really. Number 73, Aquaman and the Atom. So, it's an Infantino cover. I don't know that he does the exteriors. And then we've rolled up to 15 cents now, because now we are in number 95. Batman and Mystery Person. But you're lying here dead. Dun dun dun. You know what? I don't even know who the guest star is in it. I think I looked. Why can't I remember who it is? Oh, I know who it is. I remember who it is. Do you want to know? Should I keep it a secret? It's Plastic Man. Plastic Man. Anyway. Yes. So then we get issue number 96. Sergeant Rock. Quite a few teamed up with Sergeant Rock, which is always kind of interesting just because, you know, Sergeant Rock technically is from World War II, so got to kind of figure out how that all works out. Yeah, these are Nick Cardy doing the art on these, I believe, if I remember correctly. And then we have 48 pages, only 25 cents. So this is issue 99, and they start these oversized issues basically. But yeah, not sure who does the cover on that. It might be Bob Brown. But yeah, 48 pages. And then we get into issue 100. Issue 100 is when Jim Aparo starts doing the covers and most of the interiors. And Jim Aparo does the covers and most of the interiors on all the books now clear up through 200. This is basically his mainstay where he spends his time at. I believe about the time this ended was about the time that Batman the Outsiders started up, and of course he was co-creator on that. And Bob Haney pretty much does all the writing on almost all of these too. But this is 52 big pages for 25 cents. You know, and how these all start out, these big giant ones, really what it is, the first story is a new story, and then the other stories that are in it, because it's like they'll be like it's an anthology basically. They'll be old stories but reprinted, you know, basically. But yeah, there's issue number 100. I love that one. You know, Batman's critical. The slightest move will kill him. And of course, some guy's trying to knife him while he's in his wheelchair and whatnot. For me, this is my classic Batman. The blues, the grays, the yellow around the bat symbol. Here's issue 101. Like I said, these are all the giant ones right now. Another Metamorpho page there. You really can't see at this point. Jim Aparo hasn't started signing this stuff with his kind of. He's got a couple signatures that he uses quite a bit. But I'll move these down here so they don't fall. See if we can get these lined up again here. Oh, and then they fall anyway. Awesome. Okay. So issue 103, The Metalman. This is a great one. They actually forced Batman into being a robot himself. Issue 104 with Deadman. I like Batman and Deadman together. They're kind of a cool combination. I always kind of like them. And now we're back to 20 cent. We're back to 20 centers. So these aren't the extra ones. These are all just news stories. And 106, one where he's teamed up with Green Arrow. This is actually this is actually a storyline that goes a couple issues instead of being one and done, which most of these Brave and the Bolds are one and dones. But yeah, Black Canary is one of the people that's there and whatnot. And then we have a 100 pages for only 60 cents, one of the 100-page spectaculars. This is up to 114. Get all these great stories in here. And I believe 100% no, but I'm pretty sure that basically it's the Batman and Aquaman is the current story. I don't know if you can see it down there. Is Jim Apato's one of his mini JA. Any rate, is the main story, and it's the one that actually is a new story, and the other ones are reprints from other stuff. More of the 100-page stuff. This is 115. Batman and the Atom. Because see, this is that old. I know a lot of people collect that issue. I can't remember what it is. That Solomon Grundy battles Dr. Fate and Hourman. It's a pretty famous comic to have. The original. It seems pretty popular amongst the community and whatnot. I don't actually own it. I need to remember what issue it is. Someday I need to own it too, so I can be one of you. But yeah, 115. Those 100 pages, and then there's another 100 pages. I picked up. I think I have all the 100-page ones now because it ran for a while as a 100-page. And during this 100-page era, I believe it was. It didn't come out every month. It was like every other month, kind of a thing. So yeah, Batman and the Spectre, 116. And if you happen to watch Long Box Reviews comics, he's got a comic call for Mostly Comic Con 2. He picked up that issue of Brave and the Bold with Batman and Wonder Woman. I don't own that issue of Brave and the Bold, Batman and Wonder Woman. So he bought my issue of Brave and the Bold. Anyway, so, and then 117. Actually, most of these 100 pages are in really good shape, all things considered. Big, thick book like that tends to get beat up a lot quicker and stuff. But we teamed up with Sergeant Rock there. And then we're back to the regular issues again. This is 123. Teamed up with Plastic Man and Metamorpho. And a lot of these Metamorphos ends up being, almost a quasi bad guy, misunderstood bad guy, almost kind of like Spider-Man back in the old days, where he's the misunderstood, superhero kind of a thing. This is an awesome issue. I really love this issue. It's one of my favorites. This is issue number 124. Batman teamed up with Sergeant Rock. But notice the cover there. The cover, it's got a guy in a hood, and he says, "Finish the cover, Aparo. Rock kills Batman, or I kill you." Literally, there is Jim Aparo. He is all the way through the entire book. You get to see him, and see here's the cover, what the cover is for this issue, or it's supposed to be. He's drawing it on his drawing board. And all through the entire comic, Jim Aparo's in there, and he's drawing literally what's happening. And of course, the pen is mightier than the sword, right? But I really love this issue just because I'm a big fan of Jim Aparo and his stuff. I mean, see, it even says issue 124 right there. It's all exactly the same. The comics code, the whole thing, except it's of course Sergeant Rock shooting the Batman. So yeah, really dig that just because of that whole kind of breaking the fourth wall. That the artist is part of the comic is pretty cool. Another comic I really like that does that too is the final issue of the first volume of Doom Patrol is the same way. They actually come on and say, if you don't write and save us, we're all going to go, kind of thing. Anyway, not exactly the same, but close to it. So, issue 125, Batman and the Flash. Jim Aparo covers. These are all Jim Aparo covers pretty much at this point. I really like that cover. So this is 126, Batman and Aquaman. I don't know, I like the Nazi scuba divers snatching him, and their little, like I said, their swastikas and this grayish purple color that the suits are and stuff. I don't know, it's very dynamic. Them wrestling him and whatnot. Just looks really cool. So yeah, it's cool. Cool issue, I think. Then we get Batman and Wildcat. That's 127. They cut cut that one a little hard. You almost can't even see the 7 when they cut that issue. Batman and Wonder Woman versus the Catwoman. She's in an older costume there. Yeah. I look forward to reading that to find out why they have her in that costume. And it's amazing in these old issues with Wonder Woman in it. This era of Wonder Woman, she uses her lasso a lot. I mean, here she's getting tangled up with the whip and whatnot and looking pretty pathetic. But she uses her lasso and her rope to do like everything. I mean, like to open doors, to pop the bottles, pop the caps off of beer bottles or whatever. I mean, it just seems like she uses it for everything. So it's pretty crazy. I kind of like it. And they've kind of dropped that. I mean, hell, you almost don't even see her use her rope anymore. And since the New 52, her rope is almost insignificant. Now she runs around with a sword all the time, which, yeah, whatever. Batman and the Kung Fu Fighter. Oh, Richard Dragon, the Kung Fu Fighter. Which I'm not really familiar with that character at all. So be curious to read that one. That's 132. Should I go faster? 134. With the Green Lantern. It's going to be made to kill Hal. Oh no! Or is that a good thing? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So, here we are at issue 136. Teaming up with the Green Arrow and teaming up with the Metal Man. Good fun. And look, you could be in a Superman movie. Sweet. And then Batman with Hawkman. Requiem for a Top Cop. Dun dun dun. Another Batman and Wonder Woman. And all of these, Wonder Woman is looking pretty rough. Like, it's interesting, Jim Aparo in this, he seems to do Wonder Woman. Doesn't her face look kind of like an Archie face, almost? Seems like a lot of his Wonder Woman faces look kind of like Archie-esque sort of faces and whatnot. So, interesting. And that was 140. Here's 142. And of course, it's Batman versus Aquaman again, not Batman and Aquaman. So, well, another one of my favorite characters. This is issue 143. 44 pages, all new. See the new Brave and the Bold, right? Because here it's just the Brave and the Bold. At issue 42, now it's the new, and it's starring Batman and the Creeper. Plus, there's a backup story of the Human Target. The Human Target's kind of fun, kind of a fun backup story, but it's all current stuff. Nothing in it is reprinted, so it's more pages for that 50 cents, but not reprinted. So, but that's a significant jump, isn't it? Going from 35 cents to 50 cents back in the day. Shoo! I don't remember complaining about it though. As a kid, I was around when it was happening. But so here we are, issue 144. Batman, the Green Arrow, once again, fighting some knights clearly, and more of the Human Target. Human Target in the Symphony for the Devil contract. And there's the other Jim Aparo signature. So sometimes he wrote his whole signature out, and other times it's just that J and that A, kind of a deal. Love this cover. This is Batman and, of course, Phantom Stranger, issue 145. I just love the fact that this guy is getting ready to stab a voodoo doll, the Phantom Stranger, and of course the Phantom Stranger is this shadow on the wall, this red shadow on the wall, and the oranges. And I just love the lines and the breaks that are in the background and whatnot. I really like it. It's really cool. It's he's in this dynamic pose. Clearly there are other people on the other dolls on the shelf and whatnot. And that issue is in really good condition. 40 center now. Holy cows. And here's 146. Teamed up with the Unknown Soldier. Another interesting character. Untold tale from World War II. It's amazing how Batman was back in World War II. And he's in the current times too. And then here's 148. Batman and Plastic Man. The night the mob stole Christmas. Yep. And then issue 149, where Batman's, and the Teen Titans, but they're beating up Batman. Kind of fun. At this point, the old Teen Titans weren't a team anymore. They're actually broken up. In the beginning of this issue, Batman calls up Robin, and he's like, oh, we're broken up, but, you know, hey, seems how you're Batman, you're calling us. Of course we're going to get back together. So, here's 150. Teamed up with another mystery person. 150th anniversary issue. Wow. Do comics get to be that high ever? I don't believe it. So, Batman the Atom, 152. Fighting a bunch of guys with lederhosens. Batman the Red Tornado, 153. Another Batman and Wonder Woman, and of course, they're both looking terrified now, at least. I mean, so that's nice. 158. More frightening than the Scarecrow. More dangerous than the Joker. Who is he? And why can he terrify our heroes? Learn the deadly answers in Yesterday Never Dies. Serious stuff, man. 159. Starring Batman and Ra's al Ghul, Master of the Assassins. What? That's going to be pretty cool. Look forward to reading that one. And then we've got Batman and Man-Bat. That's a really nasty looking picture of Man-Bat, though. Not impressed with that, Jim Aparo. Scream! My baby is dying. It's all your fault, Batman. Scream! That's what you get for using Batman as a babysitter. So, 168 for Batman and Green Arrow. Just to let you know also, this Batman style logo, this with his face and then the Batman, and of course they changes color every so often and whatnot, is my favorite Batman logo. If anyone cares. It's my favorite. More Green Arrow Batman. And of course it's got a full-length team up plus the Nemesis. Nemesis is another great character who they don't recycle enough of. There was a fun miniseries a while ago, pre-52, around the RIP or the some of that era. So 2008-ish, 2010. Well, it had to been 2010. Had to been 2010. That's the year it came out. I took it to Emerald City Comic Con with me and got it signed. So 2010 is when it came out. It was pretty cool. Anyway, so 176, Batman and Swamp Thing, always a really interesting team up, because you know it's not going to be, you know, any old simple kind of a thing. You get that. 177, teamed up with the Elongated Man. Oh, 179, teamed up with the Legion of Superheroes. And that's one of the covers that's not by Aparo. The other one wasn't either. Of course, then there's Batman and Hawk and Dove. Back to the Aparo covers. Batman and Robin, the ex-Boy Wonder. So this one's interesting because this is actually Robin from Earth 2. And it actually is Batwoman or Batgirl, I can't remember which, from Earth 2 also. So that one will be fun to read. Looks like Hugo Strange, yeah. And then 185, Batman the Green Arrow. More Robin in there too. And then we have Batman 191, Batman and the Joker. So that'll be interesting. There's my phone ringing. And Batman 195, or Batman, Brave and the Bold Man 195. You know what I mean. I'm getting tired. Anyway, so I have iVampire. That'll be interesting. Curious to see how he plays with iVampire. Another awesome team up that I absolutely love. And our character I think is just absolutely fabulous. This is 196, Batman and Ragman. Ragman is a great superhero. His power is in the suit, and it's just really interesting. And 197, this is interesting because it's a throwback. The logos Instead of being the modern logo, it's the old logo. Curious? A night of passion, a night of fear. Lots of snakes and spiders, and look, the caves shape into a heart. Isn't that sweet? And the last one I picked up this time around was Batman and the Karate Kid. And that is it. That is my back issue haul. Hope you enjoyed it. What are you collecting? Now I have to decide if I want to, like I said, I got probably a half a dozen or so of these newer, of this run of Brave the Bold to pick up. And then I think mostly what I'm going to get into is, clearly early Silver Age books. And I'm not sure how many of them have superheroes in it versus the strange sports stories. So I don't know how heavy I'm going to hit those because I'm less interested in the strange sports stories. But I really would kind of like to have a full run of the first volume of Brave and the Bold, just for bragging rights, so I can have cred with all the other comic book collectors out there. But I'm not sure how fast that's going to happen once I start getting into those books. But anyway, what'd you guys pick up? What do you guys collected? What old volume of something are you looking at getting? Anything? Let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.